Sometimes you just get caught up with things. There's so much, there's so much things going on in your mind that you feel like your world's falling apart. And I've had that happen a lot of times. And what fixed that for me was usually just going for a walk. Going for a walk without music, just like appreciating things that's like in front of me. And I know this is very professional of me. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Um, but that's besides the point. But yeah, especially with like excuse me, especially with like social media and all like the short form stuff, it's easy to get very overwhelmed because I don't think your brain's built to process the amount of information that's out there right now. See, that's like the con of this information era. Yes, we have access to information and like information of any type. If you know how to like where to find it and how to find it, you can get the information. But the downside of that is there's way too much information. So I've had that happen to me a lot. Like I think generally as you're growing older, as you're dealing with things like changing around, you do tend to feel overwhelmed. And when that happens, when that happens, don't get into the cycle of complaining about things, getting negative, and and just like instead of being reactive to everything that's going around you, or yeah, just instead of being reactive, just go on a walk. the funny thing is, the funny thing is, I think my sister um recognized that like whenever I'm overwhelmed, I'll go for a long walk. So like I went on a walk last time. I wasn't overwhelmed. I just went on a walk. I came back home. She was here, and she's like, "Oh, something's always wrong when you're going on a walk, right?" But that's true. Like whenever I'm overwhelmed, I started doing that when I was in high school. My friend taught me that. He was like, "Just go on a walk, man. Just go on a walk." I don't know what walking does to you. It puts you in like, see, I read this in the Power of Now by I don't know how to pronounce his name, but if I'm not like messing up the idea, he basically said when you're intensely aware of what's going around you, you can't be stuck in thought. Like so, basically, like what's in front of you right now? I got this bottle, right? I got this bottle. So if I'm intensely focused on the details of the bottle, like this bottle feels like this, looks like this, that's the color. Like when I think about this, you can't think about something else. You can't think about your problem. So I think what walking does is it puts you it low key like puts you in the big picture mode where you realize that it's not that deep. And I don't know, like problems it's just it's just out of context in your mind, I think. Like when you really break things down, it's usually very straightforward. Now, I'm not saying problems are always small. Like there can be small problems, right? I mean, big problems, right? But yeah, like the next time you're overwhelmed, just go for a walk. Leave your phone at home. Just go for a walk. I have this one spot here that I always go to. Like the tree is nice. There's a bench there. I can just sit there, read something, or write something, or just like watch, like observe. But yeah, like go for a walk. See if things are better. I hope you feel better.